Hey familia, I'm Chef Marco Navarro, and this is Cooking with Papi, where every dish tells a story, Latino style. So today joining me in the kitchen, we have Ashley, AKA DJ AlphaWhiskey.
What's up, everyone?
What's up, DJ?
I'm happy to be here today and mix it up in the kitchen with you, Marco.
Cool, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, so today we're gonna do like a little play on surf and turf.
Okay.
So we have some leg of lamb steak. You're probably wondering why that's in some plastic right now. We're gonna do it.
Sous vide style. Something new, you guys. Well, not new, but just kind of add a little pop to it.
A lot of people probably not familiar with it. So sous vide is just it's an immersion circulator. So it's like a good way to cook the internal temperature of your meat to a precise temp. So if you know you like medium, you know, you could get it internally right at medium, and then you just put a hard sear on it at the end just to get that good flavor. So that's going to be really good.
Yes.
We're going to do medium, right?
Medium, yes.
Because she's like medium well.
I said medium well, y'all, but he said no, medium. So we're going with medium. Chef knows best.
And then the surf part of it, we're going to do these big portobello mushrooms. We're actually going to stuff those with some garlic and herb cream cheese, some Parmesan, some Italian panko, and that's what these lobster tails are for. So that's going to go inside of our stuffed mushrooms.
Yes, I wish y'all could smell this aroma right now. Oh my God, it smells so good with this garlic. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And then we got some Brussels sprouts. We'll get those crispy and get some good greens on the plate. Mm-hmm. So first thing we'll do, let's just get this sous vide started.
Okay.
We'll get that up to 140. So medium range, you want to have like between 136 to 144. So we're going to go like right in the center of that. So we'll get this started. And then while that's coming up to 140, then we'll get started on our fancy mushrooms.
Yes.
All right, so I unsealed it to help get some of this air out of the bag. Let's see. I'm gonna try not to burn my fingers. All right, so we got the air out. All right, so we'll let that get up to 140.
And it just do its thing. Marco, can you tell me what you marinated it in?
Oh, yes.
Because
for sure.
The aroma and everything.
So
I need to know what you did for your marinade.
So we did some red wine.
Okay.
A little bit of red wine vinegar. Mm-hmm. So that's gonna help tenderize the meat.
Okay.
And then some fresh garlic, and then herbs. We have rosemary, some sage, and some oregano.
Okay.
And then just salt and pepper.
All right.
So when we take it out, we're actually gonna pat it dry, get the surface area super dry, and then that's gonna help us get that nice crust on it.
Okay.
Because if we have a wet steak into a hot pan, it's gonna kind of steam it, and then it's gonna be like a gray exterior, which is not what we're looking for. Mm-hmm. So we'll let that do its thing, and then let's get started. First thing we'll do, we'll take these lobster meat out of the tails.
Okay.
And then we're actually gonna cook that a little bit, not all the way through, just enough so we can kind of chop it up and then get this interior of the mushroom mixed up and ready to go.
Okay, sounds good.
So, all right, so the way we're gonna cook this lobster, I'm gonna actually split it in half.
Okay.
And then we're gonna, once it's split in half, we're gonna sear it meat side down. And then we're not gonna cook it all the way through. Mm-hmm. Then we'll actually take it out, we'll chop it up. We're gonna season it up with these too.
Oh, look at these spices, you guys. I saw the complete here, and for anybody out there that's not on game, get you some complete. It will make your life complete, okay? Oh, and me being from the East Coast,
Old Bay.
Gotta have the Old Bay. Got to have the Old Bay.
Yeah, that's great with seafood.
Oh, yes.
Badia, the complete you're talking about, that's That's a
Also,
Spanish secret.
also,
got-
Marco, what about the butter, the style butter?
So European style butter,
What makes this pop rather than the regular butter out here?
you know, this higher standards.
Okay. Okay.
So in the U.S., butter only has to be 80% butter fat.
Okay.
Um, in Europe, it's 82% or higher. So the higher the butter fat is, the better quality butter it is.
Okay.
This one's 85%. You can get you can find as high as like 90%. But that's a good brand. A lot of people see Kerrygold all the time.
Yeah, the Irish.
The Irish, that's a great one
all
too.
the time.
There's
Also, does it matter whether when you're cooking with seafood, if the butter should be salted or unsalted? Does that matter?
I mean, it doesn't really.
Okay.
I prefer salted
Okay.
because a chef is gonna season at every step.
Yeah.
So I would rather just have my butter to be salted. I don't, you know, if you don't use salted butter, you could just add more salt.
Yeah, I got it. Sometimes when I'm at the grocery store, I'm like, I don't know. Do I get salted? Hey, this is what I got. This is what I picked up.
I'm gonna
So
start
it's
to
cool.
split this. So it's just a chef knife. I'm gonna start on the thicker side.
Okay.
If you turn it upside down, it's easier to get through it. So now we have it split, and then we're just gonna cook it meat side down like that.
Okay.
So we'll season these. You wanna try one?
Sure. Yes.
So you have to
See?
use the leverage of the knife. So you see how I started like this up high, and then I came down hard and smooth.
Okay.
So
Guys,
go for it.
I told Marco I'm kind of a chef a little bit. Not professional, but I
You
can
got it.
dip and dab a little bit. Let's see.
So yeah, there you go.
I might have to.
Let me help you.
This is harder than I thought, you guys. Let's see. I feel like it's cracked, but not all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you
I think
finish
you got
that.
the top. Okay. So you did get the bottom of the lobster cracks,
Yeah.
but the outer shell right here, that's a lot thicker. So
Yeah.
that's where you get to come down kind of aggressive. But
You add that extra little touch, Marco. There we go. Teamwork make the dream work.
that's why I go to the gym.
I need to go back to the gym.
All right, so let's season this now. So
Okay.
let's start with the onion and garlic.
I love garlic. Can't cook without garlic.
Yeah, agreed.
If you don't have garlic, what are you really doing?
And then some onion,
Powder.
or if you're from Louisiana, onion.
Onion. Speaking of Louisiana, I love the Creole type dishes. I need to visit New Orleans soon. Very soon. Do you do a lot of New Orleans inspired dishes, Marco?
It's my favorite, other than some Latin dishes or Italian. Creole, Cajun is kind of one of my go-tos.
Have you ever made boudin yet?
Or
Or attempted?
I actually made it in school
Ooh.
a long time ago.
Okay.
So
So you've been culinary? Did you go culinary art school?
I
What's your-
did. I went to downtown Denver.
Okay.
It's called the Art Institute, Colorado. But that was like 16 years ago.
Time flies.
So we got this seasoned up. We're just gonna do a hard sear on it, and we're gonna use this really good butter. And we're gonna put a lot of butter too, because it's gonna all be part of our stuffed mushroom blend.
Okay.
So this is just the first step of that. So let's get the pan heated up.
So Marco, in total, how many years have you been chefing it up?
I mean, 16 years.
16 years total? Okay.
Yeah.
So school and then all of that. Okay.
Yep.
And you always wanted to be a chef?
You know what? When I was a kid, I would have told you I was going to be in the NBA.
Okay.
So, basketball was like my first love. Did you play?
I did not play basketball, even though I'm 5'11", and I've been tall all of my life. My parents was like, "No way, Jose, you're not playing ball." So they let me play volleyball. They knew that. You see, I could barely push down on the lobster tail, so they knew I wasn't rough and tough to play basketball. So they were like, "No, Ash, you play volleyball or be in a band." So.
Yeah.
That kind of, being in a band kind of catapulted me to being a DJ now. It helped me out, you know,
That's
so,
cool.
yeah.
But volleyball, you know, that's still a physical
It was
sport.
cool, but I'm just not, I can play sports, but, you know, I'd rather be playing music or doing something else. I just happen to be tall.
So let's get this butter in the pan.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to start this first one, and then
Okay.
you can put the other 3 in there. But all I'm doing is just going to put it face down in here. Once this is, it's pretty much up there.
Okay.
Come on, sous
All right.
chef. Sous chef with the sous
Don't
vide.
tempt me. Look at that.
And all we're going to do is sear that side.
Look at that. Yeah. Get in. Get in there.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that sizzle? I wish y'all could smell this right now. Whew. So what is, when you're cooking seafood such as lobster, how long should be like the cooking prep time? Maybe if we're gonna add it to another dish.
I'm only going to like cook it about 60% through.
Okay.
Just so that when we bake the mushrooms, we won't have to do it for as long.
Okay.
I want to cook the mushrooms at a high temp so that we can get like a nice crust on the outside. So we'll cook those at like 400 degrees.
Okay.
So but seafood is really quick, especially shellfish.
Right.
So these are already like getting close to where we want them because we're gonna end up chopping this meat up anyways.
Right. I think the worst thing is to eat tough seafood, you know?
I think a lot of people that don't like seafood, they only think that because they haven't had it properly prepared. They've only had it overcooked. Especially like people tell me they don't like the texture of shrimp. They're probably eating bouncy shrimp that was overcooked.
Yeah.
It smells really good though.
It does. Ooh wee.
All right.
Thank you so much, Marco, for inviting me. Chef Papi.
Appreciate you coming.
I had the opportunity to try your oysters Rockefeller. Was that time? Was that what it was called?
Oh, you're talking about, at that event.
At the event. Amazing.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do an oysters episode.
Yes. I love oysters. Fried oysters.
And we're gonna
char-grilled oysters, raw
this
oysters.
butter that we cooked the lobster in. That's gonna go in our blend too.
In the blend.
So we'll take this back over here.
All right.
All right. So now we got this meat. It's mostly cooked through because these are smaller lobster tails. So the best way to get these out, you actually take your fork on this side, get it in the meat, and just kind of pull it. See that?
Oh my God, I don't want to miss.
You have some of the shell in the fork. There you go.
There we go. Yeah. Damn.
So we'll get these out of here.
I'm doing it, y'all.
Yeah, you got it.
And it's just, it's just sliding right on out.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why we cook the lobster partially, just to make it easier to get the meat out. All right.
Okay.
All right. So now we got the lobster meat out. Let's make this this stuffed the stuffing for it. So let's start with this is our
Butter.
this is cream cheese.
Cream cheese. I said butter. Oh my God, y'all. It looks just like butter.
So it's whipped. So that's
Okay, whipped cream cheese.
yeah. So it's garlic and herb.
Oh, wow.
That's what smells so good. So we got some of that.
You could have fooled me.
And then put about half of that Parmesan in there. And then the rest of it we're going to put on top. That's good. And same thing with this. Put like about a third of it, actually. Yeah, that's good. Cool. And then I'm just going to chop this up a little bit smaller. Not too small, but like a medium dice. So like kind of 1/4-inch cubes. And the reason why we have that spatula is partially because of this lobster meat. We're gonna fold it so that we're not like
Really?
breaking all the lobster meat up.
Okay.
But yeah, the flavor's gonna be crazy on these mushrooms.
I can't wait.
So, you want to fold it? You're just gonna go like this. Do like a 1/4 turn. You guys can see that? Good. And that cream cheese that we used, it's already kind of seasoned because it has the garlic and the herbs in it. So we're probably not gonna have to season this too much. Maybe like a little salt and pepper. That's it.
Where do you find the garlic and herb cream cheese? At your regular grocery store or?
Yeah. A lot of places will have it.
Okay.
Not necessarily whipped.
Okay.
But for this purpose, having it whipped already makes it so much easier to fold it because you don't have to wait for it. You know, cream cheese could be like that cold block.
Yeah.
And you have to let it soften up and all that. We have to kind of skip that step.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So I think I'll then fold it.
yeah, that's good.
And I'll let you.
And then we'll put a little bit of salt and pepper on this.
Right here. You want me to do the pepper? You
Yeah,
saw?
go ahead.
1, 2. Is that good?
A little more.
A little more.
I like pepper. Do you like pepper?
I do too. My dad used to say back in the day, pepper make you mean. I'm like, okay, Dad.
You said mean?
Mean. He would put pepper on his food and like, pepper making me. I'm like, yeah. But he was not mean. I was not either. I just want to say that.
This looks good. All right. So now we'll stuff these.
Dun, dun, dun. Ooh wee. I love it. It seems like a quick, simple dish to make, you know, like a snack or meal or something.
Yeah, so like this would be a good party dish.
Party dish.
And we would just use the regular size, like the button mushrooms. You have the little 1 bites, but we're going big because we're showing out for them.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Go big or go home.
So these are ready. What we're gonna do is put these back in the pan that we cooked that lobster in,
Okay.
so that butter's still in there. So we're just gonna get a sear on the bottom, and then we're gonna finish them in the oven. So I'm gonna preheat the oven to about 400.
Okay.
And then when they start to look like they're about to be done, we'll add a little bit of more breadcrumb and Parmesan on top, and then hit the broiler to get that like nice melty.
So what's the total maybe cooking time in the oven, you say, for these?
We're gonna check on them. They're pretty big mushrooms, so we'll give them like 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's probably gonna end up being closer to like 15 to 20.
Okay.
But I don't want to overcook it or let it start to ooze out. So we'll just watch it.
Okay.
Cool. So let's get the temperature up.
You know, one of the coolest things about being a DJ as well, Marco, is when I do so many events, I get to try so many different foods from different chefs.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said before, I had the opportunity to try your fabulous oysters. And you know, a lot of dishes, you know, that I come across, some are good, some yeah. But that's one of the things that I really love, you know, with the perks. You know.
You get to try different cultures too.
I do.
You went to, where'd you go?
Yes, I've been all over. I've been to Dubai. I've been to Greece. I've been to Cape Town, South Africa. I've been to Mexico, Canada. But I have to say, culinary-wise, Cape Town has everybody beat.
Really?
Yes, the food and presentation, the quality, and even how they serve you is top notch.
Is it like a very international?
Very international.
So there's people from all over the world live there?
All over the world. And
that's cool.
One of the things, I got to try food from like Mozambique, like their shrimp dish. Oh my gosh, how they grill and how they do their, you know, it's like, hey, it's just shrimp, but it's how they season and grill and do their technique to it, you know, their spin. So I was really impressed. Every dish I had there was delicious.
That's like why I loved Mexico City, because it was so international. There's cuisine from all over the world, because people from all over the world live there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and sear these and then get them in the oven, and then we'll work on the Brussels sprouts.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. So one of my favorite things to do with Brussels sprouts, we want like crispy and a lot of flavor. So we're actually going to take off a couple outer layers of these first.
Okay.
And we're going to eat that. It's going to be like a crispy little bit. So on each of these, we take off like at least 2 layers. And then after we do that, I'm going to split them in half. And then when we sear them, we're going to cook them on the split side down.
Okay.
Kind of like we did with the lobster.
Okay.
How do you like your Brussels sprouts?
And seared, like you do, crunchy. I like a little crispy.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I'll roast them, you know, put them in the oven, butter. I'm still working on my Brussels sprouts, though, because I feel like it's kind of like, it's not a new veggie, but newish veggie that people have started to introduce, because, you know, back in the day it was asparagus. Now I see more of the Brussels sprouts as an option.
Yeah, it's really good.
But I love it. You know, people add bacon, people add all types of things. So
we're going to cook it in some of that good butter.
Oh, that's all I need.
So we have these.
Okay.
That's going to go in there. And then now we're going to split these.
Always fresh, never frozen. Are you big on that? Fresh?
Yeah, for sure.
No canned No?
Never can.
Never cans.
Frozen if you have to. Fresh is the best.
Fresh is the best.
Canned is never. Actually, especially vegetables, because
Right.
those have no nutrients in them.
Mm-hmm. I got these canned greens. No.
So I'm just cutting off the stem, and then I split it.
Okay.
Want to try it?
Sure.
Perfect.
Got some thickness to them.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to struggle cutting it in half and putting my muscles to work. Ah, yeah. There we go. Perfect.
Awesome.
Yay.
All right, so now we'll preheat our other pan. All right, so that butter that we're cooking these Brussels sprouts in, we got some fresh garlic in here.
Okay. All right. So
We
we
got
seasoned the Brussels sprouts up with the same kind of seasonings.
Yeah, we did.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna take some of this garlic out. We have it infused into the butter, so this is gonna be even better. I just don't want to let it get to the point where it's burned, because then that'll give.
That's me letting it get to the point where I done burnt the garlic.
Yeah, that'll have a bitter taste.
Right,
We don't want
okay.
that. All right, so these are seasoned up, and like I said, we're gonna put them flat side down,
Face down.
like Luda.
Yeah. You already know.
Back for the first time.
Yep. You got a favorite rap album, Marco? Chef?
I have to pick one.
You can have multiple.
I can give you like a top 3.
Top 3. Let's see.
Okay. Get Rich or Die Trying. 50
Okay.
Cent.
I like it.
Harlem World by Mace.
Okay.
And 2001, Dr. Dre.
All right. You got some good top 3 choices there. I like it.
What about you?
Oh man. You know, as a DJ, it's hard. I'm a big Jay-Z fan, okay?
Yeah.
So I have to go with, like all of his albums is like number 1. We popped it. I also love CeeLo Green and Outkast. Do you remember the Dungeon Family
Yeah.
kind of thing?
Uh-huh.
So I'm always feeling that, and I have to say DMX as well. I'm a big DMX fan.
DMX is one of my favorite rappers.
I like his, you know.
So if I had a Mount Rushmore, my favorite rappers, it would be Tupac, DMX, Mace, and 50.
750, yeah. Yeah. I like 50 Cent though.
All right, sweet. See how we got that crispy?
Yes.
That's what we're looking for. Now we can flip them.
Look at this. Nice sear. And
That
how long
pop
should
is-
you usually cook with the Brussels sprouts?
Well, so these are pretty big ones. So they're gonna go like a little bit longer than normal, but just a couple minutes.
Okay.
I would say maybe like 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
Not long. But I started it at that high temp so we can get a good sear on it. That pop that you heard that almost got me. Some of these will have like a little bit of water.
Water.
in them.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so we got the The mushrooms are almost done. They're in the oven finishing up. Brussels sprouts they're ready. So let's get this lamb steak.
Let's do it.
We're gonna take it out of this little
Sous vide
sauna.
style. Ooh, look at all that juice and flavor.
So what we're gonna do is dry out the surface area as much as possible so that we can get a good sear on the outside. You can see that.
Wow.
So the inside of that is going to be 140, which is exactly medium. So that's what we're looking for. And then let's get the top of it dried out. So I'm just gonna
So Marco,
press
I have a
down.
question for you.
What's up?
When you're marinating your meats, is it always good to use the red wine vinegar as a good marinade?
So for this time, I used it because it had red wine, so it just went with that. But it's always good to use some type of acid if you're trying to tenderize the meat, break it down a little bit. So vinegar
Okay.
is a good example of that. It doesn't have to be red wine.
Okay.
You could use like apple cider vinegar depending on what you're making.
Okay.
But I usually use citrus.
Citrus, such as like a.
Some fresh lime, lemon, orange, grapefruit, even pineapple. Pineapple
Get
actually.
a good blend of the juices and then put your meats, whether it's beef or chicken or.
Yeah.
And then let it marinate or pork. Okay.
And even like pineapple, that's not only citrusy, but it has an enzyme that breaks it down even more.
Okay.
So if you're trying to like slow roast like a big hunk of meat, it's really good for that.
Okay.
You can see in there like that fresh rosemary and garlic is still on the surface area. Now we got the dried out on the outside. We'll hit it with a lot of salt and pepper, just like if we were making like a regular steak.
Okay. We fancy, y'all. You gotta do it like salt though.
All right. So we got the steak patted down, so all the moisture on the outside is gone.
Okay.
That's gonna give us like a good sear. Oil's preheating in the pan. You want to use a cooking fat with a higher smoke point. So like beef tallow is good. Avocado oil is probably my favorite thing to
Okay.
use.
I've never used avocado oil.
Oh,
It's good. I'm gonna.
It has like
Okay.
a 450 smoke point. So
Okay.
for a steak, it's perfect. So when we get this in there, you can see this side of the steak has that fat cap on the edge. So we're actually going to start off with that.
On the
So
side.
that's going to give us
Okay.
some cooking fat. So we'll get a sear on the lamb fat on this side. And then after that, then we'll do a hard sear on each side.
Okay.
And then it's going to be done because it's already medium on the interior.
All right.
So, all right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Tone low. So I'm just gonna hold it. We'll get this sear.
You count. I would have to count.
You can.
1 Mississippi, 2. You know I was a comedian too, didn't you? Surprise!
There's actually like some fat cap on this side too, so I'm gonna do that too.
I love sometimes the marble. Is it fat marble? Is that what they call it sometimes?
So
On the lamb, is it different?
the marbling would be the inside.
Inside, okay.
So the fat that's like throughout the meat, the marbling. This is the visceral fat.
Okay.
So that's like the fat cap, more on the outer side of the
Okay, I learned
animal.
something. Okay. Learned something new there. Marble's on the inside.
But see how we got that?
Oh, and it looks.
That's rendered off into the pan now. So now we have a blend of our cooking oil with some of the lamb fat.
Okay.
And then we'll go ahead and sear it. And this isn't going to take long. We have a high temperature. Probably like 1 to 1.5 minutes on each side.
Okay.
All right. So we got that seared. You see this side?
Looking good.
We're going to let it rest.
Let it rest.
All right, DJ. So let's get these mushrooms plated.
Let's do it.
Ooh, that's hot. We had these on 500, so can't play around.
La. Pour a little bit of that butter back on it. I love it.
All right. And we'll plate our Brussels sprouts.
Seasoned to perfection.
So I'm just gonna hit like a little finishing black pepper.
Okay.
Like, dang, I love pepper.
You mind if I do the finishing?
Doubles up. Yeah.
So we're gonna do that over
parsley.
the.
Yep. Both of them. Uh-huh.
Damn! Look at that. Okay. And over the stick?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I want to see if they do.
So,
Okay.
that's our dinner. So we have our leg of lamb, sous vide steak,
Okay. With
our
that
crispy Brussels sprouts, and then our lobster stuffed
portobello mushrooms. Now, as a DJ, this is where I come in and start mixing it all together in my belly. Okay. I really appreciate this, Chef. This was an amazing experience. Look, it spins all the way around. Bring it back. Like I'm actually spinning vinyl and records here. The remix. So I got these. I brought my handy dandy headphones with me too.
All right, familia. So there we have it. With DJ AlphaWhiskey, we did our leg of lamb steak, our crispy Brussels, and our lobster stuffed mushrooms.
Yes, thank you so much, Chef Papi, for having me. I'm ready to dig in
Yeah, we gotta try it.
and taste and let you know how great it's gonna be. Yes, let's go.
Go for the steak.
All right. See, good piece right here.
Yeah, let's It's got that fat cap on there.
I like the little fat cap.
You must be a ribeye girl.
I am. It's really good.
Nice.
It's cooked to perfection. And you can taste the flavor.
Let me see.
Since we did a sous vide style. Put this on the menu.
I'm gonna show people the inside. Taste that mushroom too. So it's like medium well.
Yes, it's perfect. For anybody out there learning how to cook sous vide, is so simple. What you think? It's good. Yeah.
It's really good. Try these Brussels.
This is an amazing dinner. I would try to redo this one night for dinner because I'm always searching for different things to make, you know?
Yeah.
You get tired of eating the same thing all the time. So this is something different with the stuffed portobello mushroom.
Feel like you could do this?
I know I could probably do
It wasn't
Put my
even hard.
music on, my jazz, give me a nice glass of wine, and I'm in there.
Let me ask you something. So this dinner, if it was a song, what would it be?
Oh, wow. If this was a song, this would be, now you got my brain running through. Well,
Or a genre?
I say I can't wait, because I couldn't wait to eat this by Sleepy Brown. You know that song? I can't wait, I can't wait.
You might be sleepy if you eat it.
I might, that too. But I couldn't wait to have this opportunity, okay? And then I couldn't wait to try it because this is my first time having lamb as a steak. Usually I might have lamb as a, lamb chops or something that way.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a better alternative. And even without having that bone and that flavor, you still get what you need doing this. Now, this is your first time making a lamb steak?
Lamb steak? It is, yeah.
Okay. And the sous vide style, would you recommend? Would you do that?
Oh yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, well, I'm excited. I'm just, like I said, with the I can't wait. It finally happened. Now I finally tasted it.
How's that song go?
It's good. I can't wait. No, I can't wait. I can't wait. I could not wait for this day. So,
Well, I appreciate you joining me in the kitchen. We definitely had fun.
we did. We did. I couldn't wait for it to get done. Like, I was, the smell, the aroma, everything. It's perfect.
All right, familia. So thanks for joining us.
This is the
Thanks for DJ AlphaWhiskey.
guy right here. Yes.
Appreciate you. We're gonna put some music on. Enjoy the rest of this.
Yes.
See you next time.
Next time.
I'm Chef Marco Navarro, and this is Cooking with Papi, where every dish tells a story, Latino style. Mix it up.
Wiki, 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 wiki. See these plates.